This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. And today we're going to talk about 50 Cent and how he made so much money with vitamin water. Now, this all goes back. Now, this is pretty interesting because it all kind of came together at one time. A lot of little stories were coming out about this around the same time. James Cruz and E. Nicks, who used to work for Chris Lighty at Violator, were on Drink Champs, and they kind of gave a background on this story. 50 Cent obviously doesn't like James Cruz. He's a manager. He's managed many artists. And he's been down with, many corporate entities. And here we go. Okay, so it all started with James Cruz putting Paws on Young Buck. So I guess they were in Germany or somebody says, him and Young Buck got into, they were putting paws on each other. It was getting crazy. And he was about to quit. He was like, I didn't get into this to have riffs with the artists. I mean, it's hard being a manager and it's hard dealing with artists, okay, period. I've been on both sides. I stopped managing artists early in my career. I was like, what am I getting 10% for guys that aren't even making over $1 million? I mean, it's stupid, It's like, you're sacrificing your life, and these guys don't even have the potential to make over $1 million a year where you benefit from it, So anyways, I moved on and did my own career. So James Cruz, he was about to do the same. Chris Lighty flew over because James Cruz was under Violator management at that time. Chris Lighty diffused the situation. At that time, 50 Cent walked in the room and said, yeah, I want to sell water, like quarter waters. If you're from New York or any hood, and they do it mostly in the hood, but if you're from New York and you went to a bodega, you'd see these things called quarter waters. They were small, they had a little plastic top on the top, and it was kind of like sugar water almost, right? It was water, flavor water, okay? And he was like, yeah, I want to sell that. I want to sell water. And they were like, water? You want to sell water? So Chris Lighty, when he went back, he did some research and he found a company. What was the company's name? The company that owned vitamin water. Company owned vitamin water. Now you've seen this guy, that Rohan on Shark Tank. His name's Rohan, and he's the one who took vitamin water and made it a big brand. It was made in Queens, New York. Believe it, out of everywhere. It was made in Queens, New York. Glacier is the company. So Glacier owned, they had this brand called Vitamin Water. We're all very familiar with it after 50 Cent, but it was kind of like Gatorade in a way, but had minerals, B12, all that kind of stuff. And 50 Cent met with them, and instead of them just giving him a flavor or taking one of their flavors and just taking a check for promoting a brand, he said, I'll put up the money to start my own flavor, grape, because people in the hood love grape. I mean, if you've ever heard a Big Pun song, he loved grape soda, right? So he said, with grape flavor, people love grape flavor. So let's put that out. Man, I missed that grape soda, Welch's. Remember that? They didn't sell that. I can't find that anymore. That stuff was so delicious. Anyways, so he put out Vitamin Water Formula 50. It was his own. He got 10% of that water. Not the whole brand. Everybody has always misconstrued that he had 10% of a whole brand that was already in stores and had distribution. That's false. What he did was they gave him 10% of his brand, which is still a lot. Okay? A lot. And he did in turn, he put up they said he put up $50,000, and they marketed it just like Steve Rifkin started his own promotions company. They did their own promotions, G Unit Promotions, with Chris Lighty, obviously. Chris Lighty is a genius. And they marketed this everywhere on their own. I mean, if you couldn't see 50 Cent anywhere without promoting this vitamin water, okay? And luckily enough, just a year or two later, vitamin water got so hot. Everybody wants to be in with hip-hop. Hip-hop is dominated for the past 25 years, easily, as far as, brands realizing the power of marketing their brands with the most popular genre at the moment. And this moment is hip hop. Okay. It's still, I mean, probably even more so today than 15 years ago. And, you know, this is where you get 50 Cent. They sell vitamin water for, let's see, how much exactly? Glacéau. I'm sorry, the company's not Glacéau. It's Glacéau. So they bought, Coca-Cola purchased Glacéau's vitamin water in 2007 for $4.1 billion. And 50 Cent had 10% of his flavor, and they acquired it. And supposedly he got like $100 million, probably in stock or whatever, you know. Anyways, he got $100 million. Chris Lighty probably got a good amount of money too, because I don't think Chris Lighty just took 15% on this. Probably put up some money too, because he was marketing this as well. So you gotta be, I mean, that's crazy. Then you get 50 Cent dropping, I get money I get. Because he got, can you imagine that one deal, $100 million. Now, you know, 50 Cent after this tried to do headphones, and he did do headphones and all that other stuff. But this is pre-Beats, everything. 50 Cent almost put this idea in Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre's head to start a brand on your own and get it hot. This is what they did with Monster. They did the headphones, Beats. Now, they did not do right by the guy at Monster. They didn't, okay? they got over on him. But they made $1 billion each, you know, which is crazy. But yeah, that's how 50 Cent made so much money. It was like, it all started with Young Buck getting Paws put on him by his manager. And that's how the conversation started. Pretty crazy. And this guy, Rohan, is the guy that's on, you know, Shark Tank all the time. They call him the branding godfather. He's worked with Chef Cut Real Jerky. Let's see, Pop Chips, which we all know. Flywheel Spinning Studios. I thought Flywheel. I thought it was called something else. There's another one that's kind of like it. Fly something. That's a big thing. Spinning classes. Anyways, pretty crazy, man. And then, you know, just a few years later, you know, I know you get 50 Cent going in and doing filings saying he has no money, but that's because he did some bad dealings with some technology companies for headphones. You know who's really good at these spaces? Like see, what 50 Cent should have been after that is a venture capitalist, a VC, and put money into brands like Nas is doing, and Chamillionaire is actually doing that too. Chamillionaire was part of a huge deal called Maker Studios, which Maker Studios was one of these brands who like gets influencers from YouTube and everything, and they take a percentage of their channels and everything, and you know, they sold to Disney for I think $1 billion, something crazy. Nas is involved in a lot of stuff, as we all know. He was involved in the Ring doorbell, he was involved in PillPack, and he's also involved in Casper mattresses, Lyft. You know, he is small investments in all these companies, which pay out huge if they sell. Now, there's a lot. As a VC, you're going to take some losses, too. That's just how it is, you know. But the wins should outweigh the losses. Anyways, guys, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Just know that you're capable of anything, okay? Don't let anybody that ever tells you different usually just doesn't believe in themselves. They don't not believe in you. They don't believe in themselves. And this is why you got to move in silence, okay? Nobody should know you're buying a new car, buying a house, making business moves until they happen. They shouldn't know prior. You shouldn't go around. It's almost like you're putting your energy out there for people to stomp on your energy before you even turn that energy into an actual action, okay? If you tell people what you're doing, they're gonna hate on you, man. They don't want to see you win. So they're going to stomp on your dreams before they come to fruition. So keep moving silence out here. That's the best advice I can give you today. Move in silence. Don't tell people what you're about to do. Let them see it when you do it. They'll respect it a lot more. I appreciate you guys so much. This is Jordan Tower, JT News, and I will check you guys on the next one.